YouTube, good morning! I'm planting things in my buckets. It's February 1st, and here's what I'm planting. This one is a cherry tomato. In this one, I'm going to put 3 types of peppers. A green bell pepper, a yellow sweet banana pepper, and a little pepper, little tiny bells. This one is going to be my herb garden. I'm going to put chives and basil and dill. This one will be broccoli, and I'm going to plant it really, really thick. I'm going to harvest it from the microgreens. This is the last harvest of the radishes. Look at that big old radish. Look how red that root is. I've heard that when they get this big, you can actually roast them. And where I pulled out the radish, I'm going to put in some blue popcorn, some little pumpkins, and some cucumbers. So I'm hoping the corn will grow up fast, and then I can let the pumpkins and the cucumbers wind up around it. My neighbor gave me an old poinsettia plant from Christmas, and I've just been watering it here, and it seems really happy. It doesn't need much sun, and I'm hoping that I can plant it in the ground and it'll grow into a big tree. Oh, and I want to give you a February garden tour. Up against the shed here, the pea is up. Some other little guys are up down there. I think these are broccoli. And I think this real chunky looking one here, I think is an artichoke. That's how the artichokes look when they're little. They're kind of more robust than some of the other seedlings. Here I've got a California palm tree that grew in one of the buckets. I transplanted it over here by the mulch. Here's a snow pea. It's doing well here in the mulch. Got the basket over it, so hopefully critters won't try to nibble it. This box, I had potatoes in there, and I dug them up the other day and they hadn't done anything but rot. So I planted an avocado. Next, I've got a bucket of a whole bunch of things. There's a pea plant in there. There is Brussels sprouts. There is broccoli. I think that's it. And they are very happy. They look like they just like each other and they just love what they're doing. This bucket I planted at the same time, and it doesn't look as happy, although the pea plant is bigger in this one. Look at this big old artichoke plant. I'll put my hand down here so you can see kind of how big that leaf is. It's way bigger than my hand. I love to see how this stuff has grown in 1 month. Here's the sprouting broccoli. I harvested the top piece. Now the lateral ones are coming out. This is the big lentil. The cauliflower. I peeked inside of there today, and yes, there's actually a cauliflower head in there. It's probably about the size of a golf ball. And this one also has a fruit down in there. Strawberry blossoms. I'm leaving the lace open during the day while they still are flowers, but as soon as they quit being flowers, I'm going to cover it up all the time because I want to let the bees in to pollinate them if they need that, and I don't want the birds coming and eating when the fruit starts ripening. Okay, here's the giant pea plant. I have to get way back here so you can see all the way to the top. I've been eating peas off of there just about every day this week. Such a good plant. Best ever. That makes me know that whatever I'm doing to the soil down here, which is composting like crazy and putting a bunch of it in there, that is really the key. Next to it is a big Brussels sprout. Here are the carrots. There is an artichoke and a radish in there. The two smaller pea plants are doing really well. Ooh, I can see from here there's like 5 or 6 of them all ready to eat, maybe today or tomorrow. In this bucket there's a snow pea, and there's something small that came up right beside it. I had given up on the Juliet tomatoes, but I think these might be the Juliet tomatoes. There are 3 pea plants growing here up against the house. They're looking pretty happy. The cottonwood cuttings are showing some growth. Some of these buds are coming out. And the Chinese junipers are looking kind of interesting. Some of them are brown, but when I look at the big Chinese juniper, it's kind of brown too. I noticed my neighbor's is kind of brown, and that one over there in the corner is kind of brown. It's this time of year, I believe. They don't really like the cool weather. I think they like the hot weather. Hopefully they're putting down some roots, and these over on the side, these are the smaller ones. They are really green and looking really happy. So we'll be watching for some growth on these this spring. Let's take a look under the chairs where I planted some seeds. Oh, looks like an artichoke's coming up here. And another little guy under this one. I don't think anything's come up under these other chairs, although there is something green in there. See if that turns out to be anything. Oh, and here's another one down here. It's a little green thing. Okay, if those come up and come out, those may be broccoli. Thank you for joining me in the garden today. I'll see you again. Adios. Mwah. Jesus is your best friend. If you need a best friend, he would be that. He is the God of the universe. He made every cell in your body. He gives you every breath in your lungs, every beat of your heart. He's the creator, God our Savior. So I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.